lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call, for real. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on the, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear the haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new Bay alert.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On first down, it's Smith. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 56 yards. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Yeah, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal.
Great 15. 15, yeah. Liz. Hey, back up.
Now Smith, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come out here in the eye. They'll sneak it with Smith. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Alex Smith taking it in. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Rosen at first and 10. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll be third down.
Leopard!
From the gun, it's Rosen. There's the first NFL catch for the former Aggie Christian Kirk. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Now Rosen on first down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And out of bounds right around the 20. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And his throw is incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. On 3rd down, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Dawson's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the field goal there caps what lines up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And he's got room. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 10. It's the first NFL touchdown for LSU's Darius Geis. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, number one, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot, so ball security is important. And you definitely want to make sure there's flexibility there because he's been such a great pass catcher in the past. You want to make sure he gets back to being able to do that as well.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On first down, it's Rosen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
We do see this a lot from rookie quarterbacks, don't we? They kind of lock in on their intended target. A lot of times they establish that buddy, that guy they depend on, and boy, defense is zero in on it, don't they?
A little bit too telegraphed that time, and that's why it's knocked away. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Smith on 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy,
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Back to throw, Smith. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now it's Peterson. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they can't bring him down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Now it's Rosen. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. And
he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Hassan Reddick in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Third and long, it's Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return is Peterson. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Mason Foster. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And that is incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
Now, that's just a head-scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw left side is complete to Reed. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now it's Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Hey, John. 52. Hey, back up.
On the handoff, it's Geis. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from the desert after this.
Double. Check. Yeah, 52. Hey, back up.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Double.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, 32 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a...
There he goes, right side. A cool moment, the inaugural touchdown of the NFL career of Christian Kirk.
I don't care how calm, cool, collected you carry yourself. I don't care how contained you are in your emotions. Your first touchdown pass in the NFL is awfully special. And Josh Rosen is always going to put out the vibe that, hey, I do this all the time. But inside, he's got to be so excited to have that first taste of success in the league.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. And here come the Redskins now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw on second down is Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Double.
On 1st and 10, Smith. This one caught by Crowder. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Smith now looking to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis, and they'll get him down right about the 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's got Will Tye complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Nelson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Yeah,
hey, on.
Liz. Flop. Hey, back up.
Smith to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. Third down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
15, yeah. Hey, back up. Hey, back up. Hey, back up.
Throwing is Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here we go now. 3-19.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Smith now to throw. And Davis with it left side. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now a run with Geis. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Smith being chased out left. And he will find Davis on the left side complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 76 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Extra point try now for Dawson. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Forced out to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Right. Let's go, 15.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Steps away to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
15, yeah.
To throw on 2nd down. Smith wiggles free, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Marcus Golden in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd down, Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Smith now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. Rip.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
35. Hey, gun.
Geis. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Gun! All right, now, look at 56.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now Rosen looking to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Rosen to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Rosen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And now running right through it. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Smith going to throw it. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And here he'll get it down to the 7th. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now Smith. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw is Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
This is Logan. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. On 2nd down, Rosen dumping it off for Johnson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Barney. Watching now, Barney.
One final shot here for Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And that will write a finish to this